Hello, everybody, and welcome to Writing Memoir Lesson 15, Reconsidering the Finer Points. Today, I want to talk to you about the smallest parts of your memoir, the details. If you write these well, they reveal a lot about you, they reveal a lot about your family, and they reveal a lot about your world. And in turn, it makes your memoir very strong. So today we're going to take a look at a student who I had in my class. Her name is Diana. And as I was reading her writing, this is what it said. She said, "I walked up to my brown front door and went in. I left my book bag by the door and walked through the kitchen." So this was a conversation that I had with her after I read some of her writing. I said, "Why did you decide to say that you walked to your brown front door?" And she said to me, "Because it is brown." And I pushed her a little bit further. I said, "I totally understand that your front door is brown, but I still need to ask, why did you put it in your memoir?" And so the point of this is that writers don't just add details into their draft simply because they are true. It is no doubt true that Diana's door is, in fact, brown, and that it includes a doorknob, hinges, and maybe there's a slot for mail. Maybe there's even a plant on the doorstep. That's all true. Could be true. Writers include these details because they are important to the text. And in a memoir, usually this means the details saying something about the kind of person you are and the kind of life that you lead. So today I want to teach you that writers reveal themselves not only by bringing out their internal thoughts, but also by spotlighting details that reveal whatever it is they want to show. So, if Diana wanted to write about walking up to her house and going into it, she could have done so in ways that revealed what her family is like, what her life is like, or kind of what she wanted to showcase in her memoir. So I wanted to show you a couple of different ways that she could have done this. One way that she could have started this part is maybe, "I walked up to the front door, past the discarded bikes and hula hoops left over from our last day of summer, our last day of play." So by writing it like this, you already know that we already kind of know a little bit more about the setting. We know that it's towards the end of summer. Maybe they're getting ready for school. It says the discarded bikes and hula hoops left over from our last day. So you can kind of like envision in your head, you see the hula hoops like on the lawn, maybe the bikes kind of like maybe laid down. This is telling me a little bit about the setting. And then you could also probably assume that she has siblings from that. So you see like how you write that matters. Here's another way it could have gone. "I raced off the bus and started to tear across the lawn towards the house. Then I glanced up and saw a figure behind the living room curtain. Is Dad home?" I thought, moving quickly from the carefully manicured lawn on the cement path. So now this one is kind of a little bit different, right? Diana is showing us that Dad's like home. There's something going on with Dad. Also, talking about a carefully manicured lawn means that they care to take care of their lawn. Maybe, maybe that's something that they care a lot about, or I don't know. So these are some two different ways that Diana's story could have gone that reveal a little bit more about her, and that definitely reveal a little bit more about the setting and her family. So right now, I would like you to grab a piece of paper, Post-it, something to write on, and a pen. And I'm going to read this story to you. And the story was written by Miles. And as I read the story, I want you to think, what places did Miles use details that reveal something about the sort of person he is and the sort of family he belongs to? So pause the video right now and just grab your things and we're going to get started. Okay, A Family Portrait by Miles. As we approached my grandparents' sprawling farmhouse last Christmas, my brother and I went silent. In single file, suitcases in hand, we marched down the ramshackle brick path. The storm door slammed shut as we entered the mudroom, then trooped up to the short flight of stairs, past the boxes of apples, home-laid eggs, the dog food, and into the kitchen. I want you to jot something down right now. What are you thinking about his family? Catalogs were strewn across the tables, Christmas cards dangled from the walls, dogs lay curled under tables and chairs, and cousins of all shapes and sizes, 34 in all, perched on every surface. In the corner, Virginia's parrot squawked, "Hello, Charlie! Hello, Charlie!" as he swung chaotically in his cage. Virginia, the matriarch of the family, furtively scanned the room. In a conspiring tone, she asked, "Did you hear what happened to Bradley?" We all heard the news. Nevertheless, the room grew silent. "He wrote a lousy essay and got waitlisted at Harvard." We shook our heads in collective pity. No one spoke. It was as if church bells had rung and the clan was grieving. Bradley had blown it. Okay, jot some things that you might notice that you learned about this family. Some of the things you might have noticed is the setting, right? We can tell it's around Christmas time. The grandparents live on a farm. Okay, we were able to tell that by details such as the home laid eggs, maybe the boxes of apples, the farmhouse, the way that they describe the house. And then we were also able to tell that this was a large family. And this was also kind of a family that seemed like, I guess they were smart. They are smart in a way because they're talking about a college called Harvard. And I don't know if you guys know that college, but it's not an easy college to get into. It's an Ivy League school. So basically they're saying he wrote a lousy essay and got waitlisted. Like they're gossiping about one of their other cousins who got waitlisted at Harvard. And it's actually extremely hard to get into Harvard. So already we can tell that this family maybe is like a higher, I don't want to say class, but maybe a very intelligent family. We could say it like that. Okay. So right now, I want you to think about your own home, your own entranceway. Think about your front door. Think about the first things you see and do when you arrive home. And I want you to pause the video and jot a quick story using as many details to describe you entering your home. And not just saying, "I walked through my brown door." Okay, what does that tell me about you? Try to think of a detail around your door as you're walking into your house that really tells someone about you and your family. See if you can include details that reveal something about you and your family. Like, for example, for me, I might right now by my front door, I have my my infant car seat, for my baby. So maybe I might even talk about that, describe that as I'm walking in my door. If someone's reading my story and doesn't know me, doesn't know my family, will hear that and realize, oh, she has a baby. So I want you to think about a specific detail like that and jot it down. Pause the video right now and try it out. Okay, writers, today and always, ask yourself, what do I want my writing to show about myself? What do I want my reader to know about me and my family? And of course, because we're writing with this angle towards memoir writing, it should tie in to whatever point you're trying to make in your memoir. Independent work today. Number one, first, I'd like you to review the attached resources to the assignment. And then number two, I'd like you to revise parts of your narrative, adding details that you want your writing to show about you and your family. And I'd like you to use purple font color for today. All right, everybody, happy writing.